What's up, everybody in the VC? Part 2 of my recent vinyl finds. VC cheer. Continuing on the Rush kick here. Decided to switch it up and go a little old school. Hemispheres. Classic album. One of my favorites. Happy birthday, Neil. Neil Peart. Best rock drummers of all time. Best drummer. Fuck the rock drummer part. Let's just say one of the best drummers. We'll include it out of everybody. World, jazz, blues, metal, wherever. The guy can play it all. Alright, so next set of finds. Online purchases and honey hole finds, which, I had talked about, how the honey hole had pretty much just dried up, and for at least a good few months, I was barely finding anything. One thing here and there, and that was about it. Last few updates that he's done have just been solid, just putting out some really great titles. Some stuff I've had to pass on just because everything at the honey hole is $3 a piece, except the 45s are all a quarter a piece. So it really doesn't matter on, you could find, and I've seen it, certain Beatles albums, Stones albums, like Exile on Main Street, for instance. Found it there for $3. Awesome. I mean, I already have a copy, so I didn't need it, but there's a reason why it's there, He knows. He's not stupid and just selling off a near mint copy of Exile on Main Street. He's selling a VG copy at $3 because he knows full well he can't put it out at the record shows or anything else for, $8, $10 and actually net the money. There's some smart collectors out there, but he can still throw it out there for $3 and it'll get bought up. I mean, I went in there one day, saw it, was like, oh, that's cool. Didn't really think of picking it up just because I know full well the condition's not that great and I'm not going to be able to flip it for, 20. Unless I wanted to flip it to an idiot. I could. But, you go back and it's gone. So, I mean, there's plenty of younger collectors and then, guys who are older that are getting back into collecting vinyl that are picking up this stuff, so kudos to them. But anyway, found tons and tons of really cool honey hole find stuff that have just been kind of mounting up over the last few weeks to a month. But we'll start with the online stuff because there's some really cool online shit here to show. All eBay and just solid stuff. So first one up. One of my favorite artists, an album that I actually really hadn't thought of picking up, just because I haven't really gotten too far into collecting his studio work and really delving in to find much on vinyl other than the few things that I already had. But my brother Travis, Vinyl and Video, picked this one up, and so I got it in my head to look, hey, well, I'm going to see what these are kind of going for price-wise. I ended up finding an earlier pressing than the one he had, and got it for a killer price. Shipping was a few bucks. Ending auction price, $1.99. Beautiful mono pressing of the fabulous Johnny Cash. This is Johnny Cash's debut on Columbia. This is just a beautiful copy. You gotta give it a good cleaning, but near mint. Beautiful. I'll show you the back cover here. The discoloration's on the sleeve, is on the inner sleeve, not the outer sleeve. The outer sleeve's in beautiful shape. So I gotta replace that inner sleeve with just, oh man, when I found that, I got super excited and then figured I was gonna lose it because I was seeing other copies go for a little bit more, and plus, I mean, it was near mint. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be gone in a heartbeat. Nope. Put a bid on it earlier in that day, and then that night it ended at $1.99. Couldn't fucking believe it. So, very cool. Great album. Very cool. Coming off of Sun and going to Columbia. Great piece of work. Now that's country music I can listen to. Take note of that, LJ. Love you, big bro. Alright, now the other two here, both just classic 80s new wave, the darker side of new wave, if you will. Both of these albums I've been on the hunt for a while, but just couldn't find A, copies that were in my price range, B, copies that were in beautiful shape, and then just, you know, couldn't pull the trigger when I did find certain ones because there was something else I wanted to get. But both got these both from the same seller. Sellers had a ton of like just dark synth, new wave stuff, a lot of Cabaret Voltaire, Kraftwerk, trying to think of any other bigger collections and stuff he had. Lots of different stuff in that vein. But these two were the ones that really caught my eye, and I got a killer deal. Say, even with shipping, I think it was just over 20 bucks, and these are both still in the shrink, near mint. Oh man. So, first one up, big shout out to my brother Travis, because I did not know about this album until he picked it up from his honey hole not too long ago, and kind of got me on the path of, hey, you know, I really want to check that one out. So, checked it out digitally, and then been on the hunt for it on vinyl ever since. So, beautiful, beautiful near mint copy of Press the Eject and Give Me the Tape by Bauhaus. Nice import here on the Beggar's Banquet label. So killer from '82, killer live album, beautiful shape. And no, I did not pay $11.99. I definitely paid a few bucks less. But I love that. Vance, I know you'll be really excited to see that. The Rolling Stones sticker there. I know my dad gets excited whenever he sees that price sticker because he used to shop there whenever he'd go out to Chicago. So that was cool. And then another one I picked up from the seller, an album that I've just slowly been really getting into and been wanting it on vinyl, and found this copy. Like I said, near mint, still in the shrink. Power, Corruption, Lies by New Order. This mid-80s pressing on Quest. Got that, I'll kind of pull this out, die-cut sleeve. You can kind of see on the cover. But like I said, beautiful, beautiful near mint. Just stellar album. Love it. So, New Order. Love me some New Order. So, finally got some on vinyl. And I am a happy man. Readjust the seat here. New View. And now on to the honey hole finds. Like I said, just stuff that's been piling up. Not a huge amount, but some really, really cool stuff. So, first one up here, an album that I just picked up. I've been on the hunt for this for a while, thanks to the VC. I've been looking for it for about the last year or so. One that I'd actually never listened to until I gave it a cursory spin a little bit ago, and impressed. Fucking impressed. This is a great, great album. Emmett Rhodes, self-titled, on the ABC Downhill label. I don't want to open up that gatefold too far, didn't really want to crack, but just a solid, like, just great, like, singer-songwriter type of pop psych stuff. Emmett Rhodes being from the band The Merry-Go-Round from the mid-60s. This album, if you're into, how do I put this? Good, like, pop songwriting, but with the psychedelic, you know, like, overtone to it to a degree. I mean, just really good, solid, like, songs. Do yourself a favor, check it out. If you love late 60s, early 70s, just good, like, rock, pop, psych stuff, you'll really dig this. So, one that will be getting spun a lot. Anytime I get into 60s mode, that one is definitely going on the turntable because it was just a great, great listen so far. Next one up, speaking of, you know, good psychedelic rock, Quicksilver Messenger Service, Just for Love. This is another kind of recent pickup. Mainly picked it up for the song Fresh Air, but I'm a Quicksilver fan regardless, so I had to get it. Later Capital Orange label pressing. solid, psychedelic, blues, heavy on the blues influence and Quicksilver's music, but just great band, great album. Very excited to have that finally. Now moving on from the psych stuff into some good soul and R&B, the best of Aretha Franklin. I've got another one of these mid-'80s Atlantic compilations. I've got the best of Sam and Dave. I've got the best of Otis Redding on a set, but Aretha, you get all the major hits on here. Respect, Think, Natural Woman, you know, I Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You, just classic, beautiful, clean copy. You know, it's hard to find good Aretha on vinyl anyways around here, let alone really clean. I think the only other one I had was Lady Soul, which I picked up about a year and a half ago. And I found a copy of I Never Loved a Man, but it was really fucking dirty, and when I took it home, cleaned it up, found a bunch of deep scratches, so had to pitch it. So that sucks. Definitely would love to find Aretha live at Fillmore West. That one's been on my radar for a while. Definitely want to find that one. Love Aretha Franklin. Next one here is a slight upgrade copy for me. It's a great live album from one of the best bands of the 70s. Grand Funk live album. Now I know what you're thinking. Look at that cover. Wow, definitely got some ring wear and stuff like that. Yeah, I know. I still need to kind of clean it up a bit. But I've had a copy for about a good over 3 years now. But I went to go spin it a few weeks back and realized my copy was actually pretty shot up, and just I had forgotten about it. It had been years since I went to, you know, give it a spin, and ended up coming across 2 copies at the Honey Hole, and this was kind of the better of the two. Definitely been loved, but it's got plenty of gloss and life to it, so I figured why the hell not. At least it's better to have a nice playable copy than to have a copy that's just going straight to the crap stack and just filling in space. So, but great early Grand Funk, which is my favorite Grand Funk period. I mean, you've got Inside Looking Out, which is one of my favorite Grand Funk songs, and, you know, Mean Mistreater, you're starting off with Are You Ready? I mean, just essential and classic and Grand Funk at its best. Next one up here, one that, thanks to the VC, you know, I never would have thought of picking this up, but over the last few years that I've been in the VC, I've seen this one pop up here and again, and just, you know, been kind of in the back of my mind looking for it, and finally found a copy. Sugarloaf, self-titled. Oh yeah, just, I was beyond stoked to find this. It's on the Liberty label. I haven't even cleaned this copy up yet. It's pretty gnarly looking, but I was really stoked to find this. I mean, you got some just killer covers on here. Train Kept a Rollin', Chest Fever, you know, you got fucking Green Eyed Lady. Dude, Sugarloaf, man. Fucked up name for band, but goddamn, really cool to find that. So I was really happy and looking forward to cleaning that one up and spinning that probably after I get done shooting this. I kind of forget what I buy sometimes. I have this huge stack of all new arrivals, and everything just kind of gets forgotten about. This one, oh man, dude, I'm so excited to find this album. You just don't see really none of his stuff pops up around here. I've only got one other album by him on vinyl, and this one to pop up, oh man, I was really excited. Here My Dear by Marvin Gaye. Now, you go from, you know, you play this back to back to Let's Get It On, you're going to be in for a mind fucker of a time. You go from pure sex and just Marvin on Let's Get It On, and then you go to basically pain and divorce on this album. Basically, back synopsis, Marvin and his ex-wife, Anna, who is Berry Gordy, founder of Motown, that was his sister, and pretty nasty divorce, and this was dedicated to her. Basically, this was for her. The settlement in the divorce was Anna would receive all the royalties from Marvin's next release, which ended up being Here My Dear, and did not sell great, so it's kind of a big, fuck you to her, which was totally cool. And this album, awesome. I love this album. Not good if you're feeling anywhere near depressed and you're having just a bad time in your relationship. I highly, highly recommend that you do not listen to Here My Dear. Do not put this one on, because you will hate your partner. It's a bad idea, but great, great album. I highly recommend it, and I almost didn't pick it up because the vinyl was completely just caked with dirt, all kinds of nastiness. But after a good cleaning, came out pretty nice looking. And for $3, yeah, I couldn't pass it up. I was like, I'm never going to see this again, and I know full well I'm going to debate over it. I'm going to let it sit there, and then I'm going to go back later, and it's going to be gone. So just pick it up, Craig, and go with it. Next one. I've been on the hunt for this album for years, and I've been a fan of this band for even longer. Great, great album. An insanely underrated band from the 80s. And this is just a major hole that I was able to fill with this one. Eye of the Hurricane by The Alarm. Oh my god, The Alarm. Man, if you do not know these guys, do yourself a favor. Jump off my video, get it. Well, after I'm done, let me finish the video, make a comment, and then you can go do your thing. Do a search on The Alarm. Look up some songs, and especially from this album, Rain in the Summertime, Rescue Me. This whole album is amazing. The Alarm are highly underrated. What an essential, killer, great band from the 80s. One of my favorites of all time. Like, they should have been bigger than what they were, but just didn't work out that way. I really thought they were going to be, for me, looking back, I really don't see how these guys weren't bigger. It's amazing. They could have been right there with U2. Great, great band. Alright, next one here. An album another one I've been on the hunt for, and I'm a huge fan of this artist, and I almost didn't pick it up because of how much coverware there is and damage to it, but the vinyl is in nice shape, so I said, fuck it, I'm gonna get it, because how many times am I gonna come across it for $3, and you know what? I'll upgrade down the line. I've been sitting on it for way too long. I just need to have it in the collection. David Bowie, Stage. Now, double live album from 78, right? Yep, I was correct on my years. But as you can kind of tell, sort of some major water damage and stuff like that, which, yeah, pretty gnarly looking on the inside. So I gotta clean that up. But the vinyl, pretty damn nice. I just gotta give it a light cleaning, but yeah, I couldn't let it sit there. I'm like, okay, you got nice glossy vinyl that you know is gonna play great, but the cover's a little beat up. Fuck it. It's going in a sleeve one day, so screw it. You're not gonna pull the cover out again. Clean it up, put it in the sleeve, and be done with it. Just listen to the tunes. So, great live Bowie album. Very excited to have that one here. Alright, next one here. Some good kind of mid-80s AOR band I'm a big fan of, and an album I've been looking for a while, so I was really excited to find this. 3 Wishes by Shooting Star. Now, was I blown away? No, far from it. But, was it a good listen? Yeah. I couldn't complain. I'm a bigger fan of their album, Hang On For Your Life. I believe that's what it's called. But this one, great album. What can I say? Just your standard early mid-80s What year was this actually? 82. Okay, so early 80s. Just, you know, your typical AOR rock. So, still really good. Glad to find that. And last one here. Another artist I'm a huge fan of. You don't see a lot of his stuff pop up, so when you do, you pick it up. Regardless if the cover's got some wear to it, you're gonna buy it. And that was the case here. Almost Blue by Elvis Costello and the Attractions. Now, kind of show the camera here. Definitely a pretty beat up cover in terms of the opening here and just creases and shit like that. But vinyl, pretty nice shade. So I'm gonna give that one a good cleaning. But I just couldn't leave it. It went in the pile and I said, fuck it, I don't even care at this point. I need to have it because I never see it around here. And another one of those, it's going in a sleeve. When am I going to pay attention to the cover? Never. So, the only time I'll ever upgrade on stuff is if I find it again for cheap and it's in near mint condition. You know, most of the time I won't upgrade just for the sake of an upgrade. Live Album was a different ball altogether. Because when I started looking at eBay, it was going for stupid prices. And I didn't want to bother with trying to, you know, dick around and find a near mint copy from somebody else. So anyway, but Almost Blue, Elvis Costello. This was actually recorded, what was it? Nashville. So Elvis doing a lot more country tinged music. Very, very good. Anything Elvis Costello touched, I love. So I'm a biased fan. I'll buy anything. It could be him just, you know, sleeping. I'll buy it. Okay, maybe not that far. I don't know. If anybody here has actually seen the My Morning Jacket episode of American Dad, you'll kind of get where I'm going with this. If you need to find out, just send me a message and I'll send you a link to the episode or something. Anyway, that does it for all the rambling and all the showing of vinyl. Hope you guys enjoyed part 1 and part 2. Thank you for sticking in there with me. Thank you to all of my subscribers. We're nearing the 500 mark. Insane. People that actually sit through me just babbling. It's awesome. But really, thank you guys. All my subscribers, ones that have been here from the beginning and ones that are still jumping on today. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I do it for you guys. I'm not doing it just for my health. I'm doing it for you guys because you guys enjoy seeing what I'm picking up. So, anyway, I'm going to hop off of here. I will be back soon. I do have one online purchase coming. I also have a possible VC purchase I'll be making from fellow VC members, some vinyl stuff. So, we'll see. That'll probably, if I do that, that'll probably be here in the next week, week and a half. I see some other contests going on that I really need to get involved with. I'm really bad about that. I'll say I'm going to do an entry and then I forget. So, but I know there's some important ones going on, so I'm going to try and get around to those. And I'll be around. Don't worry. Videos always magically coming from around here. So, everybody, take care, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.